This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 186 Via Ricardo, Thousand Oaks, California, 91320. Today is July 6th, 2021. We're performing a video sewer inspection through a 3-inch ABS cleanout located on the right-hand side of the small garage in the planet area. It's next to the rear door to the driveway area. And again, this is our 3-inch ABS cleanout. This is our small garage area here. This is our rear door here. This is our large garage here. And this runs out towards the front of our property here. And we went ahead and zeroed out our camera monitor here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out and attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. So again, it does appear that we are in black ABS sewer pipe. A little bit of debris and build up there in that area, and that's just at the clean out area. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out, make a little bit of a turn. What we'll do is, look like we got a little bit of water in this area, so what we'll do is we'll just continue to push out. Look like we're holding some water in this area. And again, as we pull back, we're just going to pull back to the starting of this belly. As you can see in this area here, we are holding water at approximately 12 foot 8 inches on the camera monitor. And so what we'll do is we'll just continue to push out. Continue to push out and see how long this belly is. Again, we are still in water. As you can see here, it does appear like a lot of toiletry, and we're still in water. It does appear that we do have we possibly pushed through that soft water stoppage there. It did look like they had quite a bit of toiletry and debris build up there, and we were able to punch through that area, so we did possibly free that water. And again, what we'll do is we'll continue to push out and attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in, and then from there we can pull back and take a good look. And again, it does appear that we're going back into another belly in this area here. So appear we are holding some water. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. I'm going to pause here. So again, we're going to continue to push out, and as you see we get past this area here, I'm going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, we just continue to push out, and as we pull back and forth here, as you can see, we are still holding quite a bit of water in this area. As we pull back here, you can see that we are going back underwater. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And we did push out with the attempt to possibly push the stoppages through and get the debris through, but it does appear that we do have some flat areas, and we're just holding water. And again, we're back into another area here that it just does appear that we are just holding water in this area. I'm going to make a little bit of a turn. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to pause for a moment. We're going to locate this area. And again, as you can see, we are just holding water in this area. We do have another area that we have a flat area here that we're holding water to have a belly. So we've been holding water in quite a bit of different sections. So we're just going to pause here for a moment just to locate and see which direction we're actually running. So we're going to pause here. Okay, we went ahead and continued to push out another 20 feet with the attempt to locate a mainline sewer cleanout. And it does appear that we are running underneath the house, and we are making a little bit of a turn and turning out on the right-hand side of the property. So this line here ran underneath the house to the right-hand side of the property, and we're just going to pause here for a moment and attempt to locate a mainline sewer cleanout on that side of the house. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and pushed all the way out, and we did run through the waistline from the house. We ran all the way through the waistline, and we did have a lot of flat areas and a lot of bellies in those areas underneath the waistline in the house, under the house, and we pushed all the way out. And as you can see just in front of us here, we do have what appears to be a backwater check valve. So we're just going to pause here for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we did locate, just in front of this backwater check valve, we did locate another mainline sewer cleanout at the front of the house, and this is on the right-hand side of the front door in the plant area. And what we're going to do is we're going to place an orange flag. It is buried underneath the wood shavings. So again, we did place a flag at the rear of the property next to the small garage on the right-hand side of the planter. We placed an orange flag there as well to identify the mainline cleanout in that area. And so now we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, this is our black ABS waistline, and we were holding quite a bit of water and debris throughout the black ABS waistline, and it did appear that they had quite a bit of soft stoppages throughout. And as we punched through, we were able to punch through a lot of those areas. But as we pull back, you can see we are holding water in this area here. So we're just going to continue to pull back. And again, that's about approximately a 5 to 6 foot belly in that area. And over time in that area there, we just continue to hold debris. And while it's holding debris, it does create soft stoppages. I'll pause here for a moment. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back, make a little bit of a turn. And again, as we make that little turn there, we do pull back into another belly in this area. And again, we are holding water in that area as well. And again, over time, tissue and debris gets caught up in that belly and creates a soft stoppage. And again, as I pushed out, we were able to clear a lot of that debris and get a lot of that debris pushed through with our camera head. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as we pull back, we do have another belly in this area here. You can see we are still holding water. And again, this area here is another approximately an 8 foot, 5 to 6 foot belly in that area as well. And again, these are all underneath the house. So we're just going to continue to pull back. A bit of a turn, quite a bit of large balls of debris. And again, as we pull back, you can see we're holding water in this area as well. And again, these areas will continue to hold back debris and build up and create soft stoppages. So continue to pull back. And we're going to pull up and out of the 3-inch waistline cleanout, and we're going to relocate ourselves again to the right hand side of the front door in the plant area. So we're going to pause here. Okay, we went ahead and relocated ourselves to the right hand side of the front door in the plant area to a 4-inch PVC mainline sewer cleanout. And this area here is just on the right hand side of the front door in the plant area, and we did identify an area just in front of that, which is a backwater check valve. So again, this is our 4-inch PVC mainline sewer cleanout here. This goes around towards our front door area here, and this goes around the front of our property here. And again, we are in the plant area here on the right hand side. So we went ahead and zeroed out a camera monitor here. So we're just going to drop down and again attempt to run all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. Again, it does appear that we are in white PVC sewer piping. A little bit of a lump there on the right around the 7 o'clock area on the white PVC sewer piping, you can see there. And again, it's probably from the possible roots or possibly a rock or a bush in that area that's penetrating and putting an indication into the white PVC sewer piping there. Doesn't appear to have any visible cracks or any breaks, but again, over time, it could possibly continue to penetrate and cause a break or a crack. So we're going to continue to push out, and that joint appears to be in fair condition. And holding a little bit of water here, but this could be just due to the debris. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out slowly. This area is a little flat. We are holding water in this area. As you can see, we do have water, still water at the bottom of the pipe here. And so we're just going to push through slowly. And continue to push past. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. Continue to push out. And again, we do have another lump there right around the 7 o'clock area. And a larger lump here in this area here. So we're going to pause here for a moment, locate this area. So as you can see, we do have a fairly large lump in the white PVC sewer piping. And we're just going to pause here and locate this area. Okay, again, we went ahead and located this area here. And again, we did locate this area here with the top there at the 12 o'clock area. You can see that we do have what appears to be a testy, but we did locate it, and it is another mainline sewer cleanout on the property. So the line that we're running through runs to the right, heading towards the garage, and just at the edge of the planter and the walkway, there is another mainline sewer cleanout in that area. And again, as we pull back, you can see just 1 foot behind that, just before that cleanout, you can see that we do have these two areas here with the lump and a fairly large lump in this area here. And again, over time, these areas here could possibly crack and create a break. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, we do have another small lump there right around the 7 o'clock area. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And quite a bit of glue in that joint there. That joint does appear to be in fair condition. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. And again, we do have some more lumps in this area here. As you can see, we do have quite a bit of lumps here. And this is at 69 feet 4 inches. You can see it's fairly large lumps in this area. And again, these areas over time could continue to put pressure against the white PVC sewer piping and cause a crack or possibly even break. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, you can see another lump in that area as well, right around the 5 o'clock area. That joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. Appears to be in fair condition. Make a little bit of a turn. We're dropping down. And we'll make another turn. And we do have a root intrusion in this area, so we're going to pause here for a moment and locate this area. Pause here. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it is at 8 foot 5 inches deep, and this is on the left-hand side of the house, the left-hand side of the driveway on the sidewalk, and we did mark it with the red crown at 8 foot 5 inches deep. And as you can see, we do have a fairly large root intrusion in this joint as well. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, we're just going to continue to push out and attempt to reach our city sewer tie-in. And so we are now transitioning to what appears to be green STR 35 sewer pipe. And that's right around our curb area. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And we'll make a little bit of a turn. And we're dropping down into our city sewer tie-in here. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, we went ahead and pushed all the way out into our city sewer tie-in here. As you can see, we do have a little bit of water running beneath us. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And make a little bit of a turn. It does appear that we do have a little bit of a flat area here just before the city sewer tie-in. You can see that we're just holding water in that area. So it does appear that we do have a flat spot in that area. And so we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. A little bit of a gap in that joint there. I'm going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as I mentioned, in the green SCR sewer pipe, we had a short belly just before the city sewer saddle tie-in. We continue to pull back, and we transition back into white PVC sewer piping. Make a few turns. And again, as you can see in that area there, we do have a root intrusion, and we did locate that area on the left-hand side of the house on the sidewalk, and we did mark it at 8 foot 5 inches deep. And again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. As we pull back, the white PVC sewer piping did have a few lumps in the white PVC sewer piping, and again, in those areas there, it could the lump could continue to put pressure against the pipe and could possibly penetrate and crack the pipe in that area and create a stoppage. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. We pull back, and as you can see, we did locate this mainline sewer clean out here on the left-hand side of the front door along the walkway in the planter area, and we did put an orange flag to identify the area. So again, as we pull back here, we do have a couple of large lumps in this area. And you can see this is the area here. As you can see that we do have the lumps in those areas. And again, over time, those areas could possibly crack and create break and possibly a stoppage. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, we do have some water running, but as you can see, we are holding some water in this area. This line didn't appear to be properly graded. So we're just going to continue to pull back. Again, we do have another lump there, as you can see. pull back. We're going to pull up and out of our clean out. What we're going to do is we're going to pause here. We're going to relocate ourselves to the back of the rear of the property and run through the guest unit at the rear of the property. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and relocated ourselves just behind the guest house and to a 3-inch ABS clean out here just behind the guest house here. And this is the plenary area. This is just behind the guest house here. And we went ahead and zeroed out our camera monitor here. What we're going to do is we're going to run through this waistline and just push all the way out until we tie into our mainline sewer. So it does appear to be black ABS waistline. And we're just going to go ahead and make a few turns. Those joints all appear to be in fair condition. And it does appear that we do have a backwater check valve in this area. So we're just going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area on the left-hand side of the front door in the plenary area, and we did place an orange flag to identify the area. And again, as you can see, we do have a backwater check valve here in this area, and we did probe around in front of it, moved a lot of the wood shaving out of the way, and probed around in front of that plenary area, and we didn't identify another sewer or mainline sewer clean out in that area. So they could possibly have just put a check valve in this area. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And all our black ABS waistline in the guest house all appeared to be in fair condition. A little bit of turn. No visible signs of any breaks or any major offsets or intrusions. Again, just pull back. And that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.